Shivoham Rais, Shivoham Rajendra. Welcome Veena Kumar Swami, Mutkula Anand, Ashok Chotwani, Yoga and Gauri. Shivoham to all of you. Welcome to the call. Dattatray, Kiran, Roop. I'm not able to see Avinash, Ashok Nichani, Shivoham, and the rest of you whom I cannot see. Welcome to the call. Many people are on the call today, but I don't see you your images. So with that note, today I'm starting with a little story of the king and the engineer. I hope I'm not sure if I have told you all this story before. Some of you may have listened to it, but it's to do with enlightenment. So let me quickly tell you the story. There was a king, and he conquered an island. And when he conquered the island, he found it very difficult to manage his island and another island, because there were two islands in the olden days. Very difficult, because if there was a storm, then how can the ship go from one island to the other island? How can the soldiers go and manage? So the king wanted a solution, so he had an engineer. And the engineer was very brilliant. I'm talking about hundreds of years ago. Hundreds of years ago, the engineer built a tunnel between one island and the other island. And the king was amazed. His problems were solved. Because everybody could go through the tunnel from one island. From one island, there would be a tunnel. I don't know how many of you have been to the Hong Kong tunnel. Have you been to the Hong Kong tunnel? Last week, I was in Iceland. And when I went to Iceland, in Iceland, there's a tunnel. In Iceland, because there's a lot of sea, and the tunnel was under the water. So the king wanted to award this engineer for making such a lovely tunnel. And so he asked the wise man in the center of the king's court. The king used to have a court. He would tell him, "Wise man, tell us what should we give reward to the engineer?" And the wise man said, "Okay, tomorrow we will tell the reward." Next day, king remembered when he saw the engineer, what an amazing, everybody was praising the engineer because they could go from one island to the other island. Finally, after 3-4 reminders, one day the wise man told the king, "I'm sorry, but the message I'm getting from the divine is if the reward for this engineer is 100 whips, whip him 100 times in the center of the court." So the king said, you're a wise man or you're a madman? You're the wise man. You're telling me that engineer, I want to give a reward. You're saying to beat 100 times. Why should we beat this brilliant engineer 100 times? The king could not understand. The king was getting angry. The wise man said, I told you, that's why he was kept on delaying. He did not want to tell what the reward should be. And finally, the king asked him, okay, tell me why we should hit him 100 times. The wise man told the king, the message I got from the heavens, from God, is this: I made this intelligent engineer with a brilliant brain not to make tunnels. I made him so that he could help people realize the truth. He could himself realize God. Instead of realizing God, he's making tunnels. Beat him nicely, beat him 100 times. This was the favorite story of my Guruji, Dada. See, we are all highly qualified people, some PhD, some doctors, engineers, very, very intelligent people. But what is the use if we don't make use of our intelligence in the right way? If we make use of our intelligence to make money, what is the use? The money we leave behind. What is the use of being a king, being a politician? What is the use? Today there are such brilliant people. But this story is very interesting because the story tells us a very deep message. When God gives us a brilliant brain, I was running a retail business. I brought Mickey Mouse to India. No, that's not what I was meant to do. I was running a retail business and making money and more name and fame and money. One day I shut down. My dear friends, our brilliance, our brain, our intelligence is meant to realize God. When are we going to stop our routine work, our mundane existence? We are living a mundane life. We live and we will die. And we will not know why we came here. when are we going to overcome our ignorance? When are we going to use this brilliance to realize God? So this is the story. I said every day, one day we will have a question and one day we will have a little story. So I have given you a little story. If you'd like to ask me a question on this engineer and the king, you can ask me. But Dadaji used to always talk of this. He said, this brilliant brain, just to make a tunnel, we are creating creating spacecrafts going out of, people are creating spacecrafts and going to outer space. Find out a spacecraft to go inside. How to go inside? That day, even Dasi was on the call, he asked me, tell me how to go inside. It is very difficult to go inside, my dear friends. And our challenge is that, how can we go inside? And the way to go inside is God realization, self-realization. Thank you. Administrator, can we have questions, please?
So we have a question from Jyotri.
Yes.
If we have a chance to do good karma and we don't do it, then will it be a bad karma?
If your inaction is causing harm, when you know that that action should have been performed, yes, it is a bad karma. Let us explain. Suppose you are looking at two people fighting and they are killing each other, but you are not sure that who is right, who is wrong, and you are not interfering because you are not sure, then it is not a bad karma. Please understand, if you are not sure of the situation and because you are not sure, but if you know, for example, you can see that a man is kicking a dog, he's kicking the dog, and the poor dog, and the man is drunk, and that poor dog is suffering, and you're watching. No, it's a bad karma, right? You try to save the dog because the dog is helpless. If you don't save the dog, then obviously it's inaction. When you know a drunk man is beating the dog. So it all depends upon the situation. But normally, only action is karma. Inaction is not karma. But when the situation is such that your inaction becomes an action, your inaction becomes an action, then it becomes a karma. Okay, this is a very complicated state. I mean, it's not an easy, don't worry about it. But what we learn from Jyotri's question is this, that when we have to take action, my dear friends, we must take the action. We must not lose courage. We must use our intelligence and we should take the action. Inaction is not a solution. Whether karma will be there or not, what is our goal? Our goal is I am not the doer of action. Where is the question of karma being mine? I am not the karma. I am not the doer. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am the divine soul. Then if you are the divine soul, then you reach that level of consciousness and you act as an instrument of God. If God is telling you to do something, you do it. You are not expecting any fruit, any result. You are just taking action. So take the action. That is the spiritual, the enlightenment view would be act as the soul. When you act as the soul, then you're acting as an instrument of God. Thank you. Next question, please.
From Yoga.
Yoga. Yes, sir. Yoga, your question.
This Dasmay Dwar, is it that Aham Brahmasmi stage only is a Dasmay Dwar, sir? Like the Dasmay Dwar opening, is it Aham Brahmasmi stage or some other?
What you know what is Dasmay Dwar, right?
That is the enlightenment, God enlightenment.
Dasmay Dwar is not a Dwar. Dasmay Dwar is to go inside. For example, this is the opening, right? 2,
Yes.
4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 for procreation and excretion. We have 9 openings, 9 doors. But all the doors are going outside. See the nose, all outside, ears outside. Nothing is going inside. So these are the Navadwara Nagari. A human being is called a Navadwara Nagari, a city of 9 gates. So you have to open the 10th door or the 10th gate, means that door is not here, but the door opens the vision inside. And you see, I'm not all the dirty blood and flesh and nerves and bones. No. These are all manifestations. They're appearing dirty. I am the divine soul. So when the Dasmai Dwar opens, when you realize I am the Atma, that is Tattvam Asi. That is not Aham Brahmasmi.
Self-realization.
That state is Tattvam Asi. Tattvam Asi means the first state of self-realization. Then from Tattvam Asi, the next state is I am Atma Brahma. This Atma is Brahma. The next state is Prajnanam Brahma. Everybody is Brahma. And then is Aham Brahmasmi. I am. So it will not take much time. Once tick, it's like running a marathon. When you're running, then one step, second step, third step, or a man who's running a long jump. He's already running. Once you start running, then you will jump. All the steps will be conquered.
But I don't think so. It's so easy, sir. Like you are in Bhakti, you opened a temple, you're doing that Anath Ashram, and you opened a hospital, and so many years of Bhakti. After all that, your experience, Aham Brahmasmi, it's not a simple thing.
Yoga, let me be honest with you. All these years, I did all those things. Did I achieve anything? I didn't achieve anything for 40 years. When did I realize the truth? When I went on a talash. In 2012, I started half-heartedly. No. In 2013, I started. In 2014, I realized the truth. It took me less than 15 months. Actually, it took me less than 15 months. Why is it so difficult?
But all the groundwork you're doing, no, sir, like the Bhakti was there, in the temple only showed so much of
grace. No, but that I didn't have anybody holding my hand and teaching me word by word. Even my guru didn't help me. My guru only told me go on talash. My guru didn't help me to read all the books. So my guru was answering one question a month. One question in 1 month, I was getting answer. I can explain to you all every day. If you ask me, is it 24 hours and explain in the middle of the night, 12 o'clock also, I'm ready to explain to you. So you should not feel like that. You should be grateful to God that you have sent a messenger to show us the way. I am only a messenger. What am I? I'm only a messenger to guide you. And what is the advantage of me lying to you? No. So if it is difficult, I will tell you it's difficult. Let me ask you a question. How much do you know, Yoga, that you are not the body? Tell me clearly, how much do you actually know?
After listening to you only, I'm coming to know, sir. Like I was thinking I was the body and I was doing bodybuilding and all to be strong. Then after listening to you only, I'm feeling I'm not the body.
You're still going for bodybuilding or you stopped?
I stopped. Like from
So
when I'm listening to you, I'm thinking that it's all a waste.
So, no, it absolutely is a waste. You should not make your body unhealthy. I am not saying if there's a boil here, you should not put ointment. No, you should take care of your body. But if you keep on, for example, I used to dye my hair. Till I was every day, every 2 weeks, jet black, looking like a young boy. Then the moment I realized I'm air, what did I do? This is the difference between knowledge and realization. My dear friends, all of you, please pay attention. Suppose I had not realized the truth, then I would be dyeing my hair. So many of these gurus who talk big things, you can make out from their actions, whether they realize or they don't realize. For me, it takes only a few seconds. I don't comment on anybody, but I'm just telling you. So Yoga, if you have realized you are not the body, you're very close to Aham Brahmasmi. The moment, the biggest challenge is that we are not the body. That means the body should not crave. The body can eat food, but it should not crave for food. The body may participate in all the body activities, but there should be no passion. There should be no thirst. So I think, honestly, that people on this call, I believe that you are very close to self-realization and then God realization. I am very confident about it, but it's not in my hands. It is, I can show the way to you and tell this is the way. But if your mind gets the better of you, suppose the mind makes you mad, suppose the mind makes you think all crazy thoughts, then We have to be
But
able.
I'm sure by the books and the bhajans you have written, I'm sure like at least 2-3 people would have got enlightened, sir. I think so.
No, there are people with me who are very dear to me, but they are struggling with enlightenment. There are people who are with me for few years, many years, decades. They are very close to it. But I think that their seeking enlightenment is not so passionate. So that's one person who wants enlightenment, but the boat is tied to the ocean, to the shore. Then the person says, I want enlightenment, but you're tying your boat to the shore. You put a rope, not one rope, 2 ropes you have tied, 3 ropes you have tied. Then how do you go to the ocean? So there are people who are very dear to me. I told you that people with Dada who spoke to me, they've been with Dada for 25 years, 30 years, but they have not been enlightened. I can tell you, Yoga, a person like you, I can tell you a person, all the people who are on this call today, when I look at you, whether it's Sabita, Girish, Sanjay Das, as I'm looking at Rajan, Parvati Amma, all Rajendra, everybody whom I look, right? Kumar Swami, Dattatreya, all sincere, Muttul Anand, Ashok Nichani, Bridget, everybody, Ashok Chotwani, everybody is sincere seekers. I can tell you I cannot discount anybody in this group saying, no. The group people are sincere seekers. The point is, it's very important, before I end this question of yours, there's a nice song I wrote. It says, "Ik baar nahi, 100 baar nahi, patthar ko maarta jata wo, आस्था भरे हाथों से वो ये कार्य करता जाता वो, कुछ भी नहीं फिर भी होता पत्थर का कर्तक देखा हमने, पत्थर तोड़ना पूजा माना, बड़ी देर हुई मगर उसने विश्वास के साथ ना हार माना, पत्थर का कर्तक is a stone cutter. When the stone cutter hitting the rock, he is holding the chisel and the hammer, and he hits, doesn't break. 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, 50 times, 100 times. Suddenly, the rock breaks. And then the question comes, was it that 101st blow that broke the rock? And then he realizes, no, it was all that went before. My dear friends, we have to give up this useless material world, this meaningless material world. This material world in which we live should not make us attached. The moment we are attached to this, suppose I was attached to money, suppose I was attached to lust, suppose I was attached, then I could never realize the truth. What is the way to realize the truth? It is detachment. When there is detachment from this world, then we become a yogi. We become a yogi. What is yogi? I'm talking too much today, I think, because your question is like that. The yogi means, मैं एक योगी, प्रभु के योग में मैं जीता, तृष्णाओं से इच्छाओं में मैं कभी नहीं हूँ फंसता, प्रभु के योग में मैं जीता, प्रभु के योग में मैं जीता. Can we live in union with God? Can we see God in everybody? Can we experience the divine? If you're in a beach, if you see the waves, you see the sunset, can you experience God? Can you see everything? Everybody is God. That is your challenge. The moment you see that, then you are on the right way. So continue, my dear friend. I mean, let me get back to other questions. I'm sorry. Next question, please.
Thank you,
Administrator,
sir.
Thank you.
Prabhakar has a typed question.
Gautam?
Yesterday, I lost my earphone. I couldn't attend the Zoom meeting properly due to that. I was not feeling good inside. Is it good? This much addictive to spirituality in this age?
Gautam, right? Or Gaurish?
Prabhakar.
Prabhakar. So Prabhakar, being addicted to spirituality can not be anything better than that. And if you did not hear the message yesterday, it doesn't matter. One message you miss, it's not the end of the world. So don't, please find a way to get back your earphones and get back to the call. But don't feel bad about it. Learn to surrender. Learn to accept. There is a divine will in everything that happens. Thank you. Next question, please.
Ashok Nichani.
Ashok Nichani, question.
Sir, I've typed it and sent.
Administrator, can you please read out the question?
We have heard that God can come in any form. So is it possible in today's world that this can happen?
My dear Ashok, remember, you are like Ramakrishna Paramahansa, who wanted Kalima to come in the form of Kalima. So Ashok, God is nameless and God is formless.
Formless.
Who told you the God can come in any form? Who told you this? This is in the Amar Chitra Katha. This is in what, this is all these Purana and all these mythological story books you are reading and you are getting carried away. Sometimes my very deep, my Gurujis in this call, they come and they read some scripture somewhere and they come and they tell me this story we read somewhere. And then I have to explain that this story is only a fairy tale. My dear Ashok,
Yes,
what do you mean by God will come, Ashok? Huh? Suppose I tell you, okay, I will talk to you. Okay, I will talk to you. Means what, Ashok? I'm already talking to you now.
yes,
If
sir.
I tell you I will talk to you, what is the meaning? So you're already talking to me. What is the meaning? You will talk to me. God is already inside you. God has to only reveal himself to you when you are ready. Right now you are believing that God is Shiva, God is Ganesha, God is Krishna, God is Hanuman. That's the problem. Are you telling me that God has got a birthday? You are celebrating Ram Janmabhoomi and Krishna Janmashtami. You are celebrating all these birthdays. How you will realize God? Tell me, if you are not, if in case you want to go to Kashmir, but you are walking towards Kanyakumari, when you will reach Kashmir? Will you reach? Will you reach, Ashok? Will you reach Kashmir if you are walking towards Kanyakumari?
No, sir. Not possible.
So what I'm trying to make you realize, Ashok, God will not come to you in a form. The person who's telling this to you is getting you entangled in Maya.
Maya.
It is
Maya.
a lie. It is a big lie. And I am against these lies because these lies disturb our enlightenment. These lies take us away from the divine truth. So should I permit you to believe in these lies?
No, sir.
If you are,
You are-
no, I built a Shiva temple and a Shiva statue, which is the best Shiva statue in the world. But I know the moment I realized it, I moved from Om Namah Shivaya to Shivoham, Shivoham. You know that?
Yes, sir.
So you have to stop expecting God to come along Shiva and Parvati and Ganapati and Nandi, all coming and telling Ashok Nichani, Jai ho tumhari bhakti ke mein. Tum mera sabse acha bhakt ho Ashok Nichani. Chalo hum Kailash chalenge. Come on, let me take you to Kailash. You want that dream, you want it to be in the vision like that, Ashok?
No, sir. Not like that.
So you remember even Ramakrishna Paramahansa had a problem. Then his guru told him, take a sword and kill Kalima. You know that story? I have told you the story to you. You heard the story? Or you don't know that story?
No, sir. I don't know the story.
Please Google. Please study Ramakrishna Paramahansa. He was crazy he was a Pandit. He was a priest in the Kalima temple in Calcutta.
Okay.
He could not give up Kalima. He could not give up. Then his Guruji, I don't remember the name, his Guruji told, take a sword and cut the Kalima. When he had the courage to cut the Kalima with the sword, and it came, then he realized.
Shivoham,
Yes,
his guru's name was Saraswati Dayanand?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. He had some other name.
Dayanand Saraswati.
He will be. It doesn't matter. You're sure,
Okay.
or are you sure about it?
Totapuri, sir.
Correct,
Totapuri
Totapuri.
Guru.
Yeah, it is. I know it is Totapuri. Kumar Swami, you are right. It is Totapuri. I thank you for your. I didn't want to say it because I'm not sure. I don't like to say it, but I know it is Totapuri. Thank you, Kumar Swami. Rajendra, please note it is Totapuri. Okay. Next question, please.
Thank you,
Interesting
sir.
questions today. Thank you. Next question.
Rekha here.
From
Yes, Rekha.
Raju.
Here it is very difficult to believe God is not Krishna, God is not Shiva and all. Because from childhood we have seen those photos of God. We've been praying. So now it is very difficult to believe that God is inside us and God is not that.
Yeah, it is very difficult for you to realize after celebrating a happy birthday for 50 years. If somebody tells you your birthday is not your birthday, very difficult to believe, na? Because you were already alive one day before.
I also don't celebrate birthdays. But God is like, we've been doing puja and all every day.
But that is not God, na? That is wrong. What you have been taught and what you have been doing is wrong.
How can I believe?
How can you believe? Okay, very good. So let us start. What do you believe? Let us now spend 2-3 minutes. Which God is which is the real God according to you? Let me get into this discussion today. Which is the real God according to you?
Actually, I have not seen God, but I have seen some magical things happened in my life. So I
there
think
are many magicians. So there are many magicians. Are you saying magicians are God? I can take you to many magicians. Are you telling me magician is God?
Not magician. मतलब कोई चमत्कार ऐसा होता है हमारी जिंदगी में कभी-कभी. We think that this because of God only it had happened.
So because some Baba removes Mangal Sutra and Vibhuti from his kurta and give you, that becomes God? That is a miracle?
Not that.
But many people believe that also is miracle.
But you say that God is within. So then why people...
Okay, now you listen to me for 2 minutes, okay? So first of all, there's a beautiful book called Who is God, Where is God, What is God? Try to read that book. You have to analyze who is God. I'm asking you a question. Can God have kidney and liver and heart? Then God also will get heart attack. Then God needs a cardiologist. Who's God's cardiologist? Do you believe that God has got a heart? Then God also can get heart attack. You believe God is made like you and me?
No.
So you use your intelligence. God does not have a body. God does not have blood and bone and skin. God is a Shakti. That's why you cannot realize God, Rekha, until you realize yourself. When you realize that you are not the body, you are the Atma, that only is the way to realize Paramatma. The way to Aham Brahmasmi, the way to Shivoham, the way to the divine, to God realization is through self-realization. It is very difficult for you to jump to realize God without realizing self. So first you must realize, who am I? When you realize I am the divine spirit, I am the soul, I am the Atma, then you realize Atma is Paramatma. So this whole idea, Rekha, if you start saying, then God is God, then which God is God? Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Sikh. Which is God? How many gods? Millions of gods. Are you telling me there are thousands of gods? Shiva, Krishna, Rama, Ganapati, Durga, Saraswati, Vishnu, Balaji, Tirupati, Hanuman. Which is God? You tell me who is God? How many gods are there?
Then who made these photos and all?
Now that photos who made, we will find out. That's a different story. But remember, these photos are not real. They are only imagination. Like Santa Claus. Santa Claus is not real. No Santa Claus. Simply we tell the children lies. Dashing through the snows. Santa Claus will come on Christmas Day. Jingle bell, jingle bell. He'll bring lies, complete lies. And every Christian is teaching their children the lies every year. Every Christmas, we teach the same lies. So what to do? And you also, Rekha, you
Like
also.
every day now, people believe now every day, oh, this Sunday is the day of another god, Monday is another god,
So you want
Tuesday
to
is
believe.
another god.
You want to believe. Oh, that's why this is called avidya, maya. This is called ghor avidya ke karan dukh sehna. Why we suffer? Why we don't realize God? Why we die and we come back again? Because of avidya. Because you don't want. See, you're an intelligent girl. So in one question answer session today, you go in the night today, and you come back tomorrow on the call and you question me on God again. Today I'm only giving you some basic principles. Have I given you some basic understanding? God, according to me, God is not a statue. God is not a saint. God
Then
is a
why
power.
temples are being built, right? Yeah, with all those photos. So many
Some,
temples in the world.
it's all okay. You know why those temples? You know why those photos are there? Because how do you teach a 1-year-old child the meaning of God? How do you teach a 2-year-old child, 3-year-old child, 4-year-old child? How they say A for apple, B for ball, S for Shiva, G for Ganesha, H for Hanuman. Like they teach stories. These stories are meant for children to believe in a God. Unfortunately, we grow up in LKG, we go from school to college and university. But where God is concerned, we are living in kindergarten up to 80 years old. Even 80-year-old man is saying, oh Shiva, come Shiva. Oh Ganapati Bappa Moria. Kya ye Bappa Moria? Kaun sa Moria? Kya Moria? All these we have to grow up. So Rekha, I'm challenging you to think about more tough questions on God and come back to me. You prove to me.
Because I'm saying, like, but then if God are not those photos, then why the whole world is having so many temples of different gods and statues and all? And
It's a good
people
business.
do so much of they do so much of things to go there, go to that place.
Many temples work because they get so much chanda, big
Mhm.
chanda. We also got temple. Lot of money comes. Luckily, I did not take that money and put in my pocket. Luckily, I took that money and opened Anath Ashram where the 600 people are till today is there.
It is very difficult for me to believe that Krishna is not God. Now,
I did not say Krishna is not God. Krishna also is God. But even Rekha is God. Even Sanjay is God. Even Girish is God. Samita also is God. I did not say Krishna is not God. Did I say like that?
no, but
God is in everyone.
okay.
God is in everything. God is in a dog, in a cat, in a pigeon, in a butterfly. God is everywhere.
That is the power. What you told that God is power. So it is in
God
all living beings.
God is Atma. God is the Atma. God is Paramatma. God is in you. God is in you, but you are searching for God. How you will find God? It is like that carpenter. The carpenter, he was doing some work in the house. Then the carpenter had the pencil here. Then he searched full house for pencil. Actually, pencil here. Then his wife took from here and gave. Hey, Agal, look, idhar hi hai.
I don't know. Actually, I will see that God in me in this life or not. But I'm happy in this life. But like people like you, if we meet, they realize that as like how to lead a life, what to believe and what not to believe.
You have been to our Shiva temple?
Yeah, once or twice I have been.
You've seen it's an ordinary statue or it's a very special temple?
Special temple, I feel.
Then I built that temple. I only built 28 years ago.
Okay.
How come I built that temple and today I am saying that Shiva is not the real, Shiva is not only the God that is we should pray to. We have gone to Shivoham. Adi Shankara told 1200 years ago, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham, means you are inside you, Shiva is there. Your skin is not the reality. That's why try, if you want to realize whether God is there or not there, you please work towards Neti Neti. Try not to.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, what is that Niti Niti? I don't know.
Neti Neti means not this, not this. I am not this body. I am not this mind. You know you're not the body, or you still don't know you are not the body?
Body, not the body means what?
Not the body means one day Rekha will die and you will leave the body and you will go. You believe that or you don't believe that? One day Rekha will die or Rekha won't die?
That I believe. One day I will die.
And they will burn your body or they will keep in the house forever?
They will burn it.
Why they burn? If you are in the body, why they should burn the body if you are in the body?
No, and because life is not there, right?
No. So you are in the body or you have left the body? I'm asking a question. You are in the body or you have left
Atma, and now after listening to you, I understood that Atma will leave the body.
So is that Rekha or that only Rekha's body is left?
Only Rekha's body is left.
The one who was Rekha has left the body.
Yeah.
So you are not the body. You were in the body. You left the body. That's why the body died. You are that person who left. You are that Shakti that left the body. That Shakti is God. That
Mhm.
Shakti is making your heart beat is God. So I please understand. That's why we are having this session every day. Why we are having this session every day? All the people in this session, they have already passed your asking first standard, second standard question. They are already in 8th standard, 9th standard. They have already reached that level where all these things they know. But it's a good refreshers course. What do you think, Sanjay? Is it boring or is it a good refreshers course? Huh? Samita, I hope you're not getting bored. Okay.
Actually, I want to know
Raju,
you.
are the God and his creation both one and same? The
Please
next
repeat one.
question.
Yes, Administrator, last question, please.
Are the God and his creation both one and same?
Are the God and creation one and same?
Raju.
Is the ocean and the wave one and the same? The ocean is what the wave comes and the wave goes back into the ocean. The wave looks different. The ocean looks different. The wave comes from the ocean and the wave goes back into the ocean. God is the cause. His creation are effects. Therefore, the one who realizes God does not believe that God has created this world, but this world is a manifestation of God. Just like a spider creates its web from itself, the spider from its own saliva, it creates the web. God has created this beautiful world. Therefore, God's creation is God. God did not create this world with the Birla cement or Kotak cement. I don't know what are the brands of cement, or Tata Steel. Then God should have a good contract. Kumaraswamy, God should have a contract with Tata company because God needs so much steel from Tata company. Does God need Tata company to create steel and to create? Does God need some this Hyderabadi Reddy miners for all to give all the mining, all the sand and the granite? Does God have to have a contract with the Reddy brothers in Hyderabad for making the? No. Everything is created by God. Every dot of this universe is God. My dear friends, every day is getting more and more interesting with more and more questions, but the goal is one. Before I close, in the next 10 seconds, I want to close. The goal is one, to realize, मैं तो प्रभु कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ तू ही, तुम बिन मैं क्या, कुछ भी ना. Realize we are nothing. God is everything. And with that note, I bow down to you with folded hands and look forward to your presence tomorrow. Shivoham, Shivoham.